Welcome to the DD Post Sports Chat. I'm Rubenstein here again with Ed Owens, and we are in Tailgate Town right outside the Georgia Dome where West Virginia and number 2 Alabama will open the college football season here in Atlanta. And Ed, just like we did throughout last season, we'll break down this game by looking at 4 keys. Why don't you start us off with number 1 here?
I think for Alabama, you have to look at their passing game and how that stacks up against WVU's secondary. Alabama has a trio of good receivers in Amari Cooper, Christian Jones, and DeAndrew White. And WVU has a young but battle-tested secondary with guys coming back like Drayvon Henry. You've got Jeremy Tyler. You're looking at Darryl Worley at corner, who's kind of gotten to be the lockdown guy for them this year. And you have to look at how the loss of Ickey Banks is going to affect WVU's secondary and what they're going to do there. You have Terrell Chestnut and Travis Bell. Both guys have starts under their belt, but really going into this game, not sure. My money is on Terrell Chestnut to get that start with the camp that he had, the positive vibes they had on him coming out of camp. But it's going to be interesting to see how WVU's secondary matches up.
Absolutely. And for me, I think one of the biggest keys is obviously Clint Rickett, WVU's quarterback. Went through the offseason, the surgery. He feels healthy. He still hasn't been hit at this point, so I think that's still an underlying concern. Just WVU fans want to see him take that first hit, get off the turf, know that he's okay, and proceed. And then that kind of leads into the second piece. Obviously, Alabama's going to be bringing the pressure. They know what his offseason was like. WVU's receivers were up and down. They like the way they ended last season, but can WVU protect Clint Rickett, give him enough time to scan the field and look for some holes in what is an actual inexperienced Alabama secondary that they'll try to exploit. But I think it's a matter of keeping Trickett upright and giving him some time to pass.
Absolutely. This past week, Trickett was joking that he's kind of looking forward to getting that first hit out of the way. I don't think he really meant it. He didn't think he really meant it, but it's going to be interesting to see how he handles that on that surgically repaired shoulder. Another key for WVU playing off the offense again is going to be how the Mountaineers use their running backs. We've heard all about the depth, all the different things they can do, all the different ways they can play them. They've got a handful of guys who can play a number of different roles for them. I think you have to look for guys like Dreamus Smith and Russell Shell to get the bulk of the carries. I'm going to be very interested to see how they use Wendell Smallwood coming into camp, and even in the spring they were saying he's the best inside receiver, if not the best receiver that they've got on the team. I'd like to see how they're going to use him, and same for guys like Dustin Garrison and Andrew Bowie, who can be pass-catching threats out of the backfield.
Absolutely, and to pick up off of that, Shannon Dawson, WVU's offensive coordinator, mentioned how they're going to be using a variety of formations, is what he said, to kind of give WVU's running back some space, and that kind of leads into the last point. Is I think Alabama wants to keep this game bland, simple. If it's like that, they're going to win. Marion County native Nick Saban's the kind of guy who drinks his coffee black and eats the same thing for lunch every single day. He likes tradition. He likes everything to kind of be status quo. Alabama's become, a national contender by running the ball and stopping other teams from being able to run the ball. WVU, on the other hand, I think they need some drama. They need some big plays, whether that's something on special teams or an interception off of one of Alabama's new quarterbacks, something to kind of get momentum rolling. For Alabama, I think it's the exact opposite. They've got TJ Yeldon and Derrick Henry, 2 very capable running backs. If they're able just to dictate the tempo of the game by just running and milking out the clock, then that's going to favor into Alabama. So we'll see how it all plays out from here, Ed.
Yeah, absolutely. I think WVU is going to have to throw a monkey wrench in Saban's plans if they're going to have a shot to turn that momentum early in this game.
Very good. All right, Ed, appreciate your time. Please continue to check ddpost.com for more on the Kickoff Classic here in Atlanta. Thanks for watching.